Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And it has been a week. It's been a week. So there were some health issues for me, I guess you could say. Let's take a look what's going on with my computer. It changed some things on me. Yep, that's not right. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this sorted out. All right, that's a little better. All right, anything else change on me? Hopefully not. All right, so sorry about that. And sorry I missed my live yesterday. I had a little bit of a tough week with a little bit of a scare in regards to my eyes. We're all okay, just getting monitored to make sure nothing bad happens. So I just wanted to come in here today though and go ahead and do a live here in the Hot Weekly Deals. Plus I am on the Junebug Creations 29 business page and Junebug Creations 29 on YouTube. And for my Facebook and YouTube folks, you know that normally I do a paper pumpkin play date, and this week I had card club and totally spaced it. I could not believe it. And on Thursday, yesterday, I was supposed to do my Thunderstruck Thursday. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to mash those two together and do my live today. So we're going to do a fun fold that I would normally do on Thursday, but we're going to do it using the paper pumpkin kit that I would have done on Monday. So let's go ahead and switch screens here. And we have here our paper pumpkin kit. And I just got my new one today. So come this coming Monday, I will be doing a new kit. I have just enough stuff in here left to do a Facebook page. So if I do that, I will just post that for you so you can see. So a paper pumpkin kit, for those of you that are not aware, is our subscription kit. And to me personally, I think it's one of our best kits. We have tons of amazing kits, non-stamping kits and stamping kits. This is a stamping kit and it's a subscription kit, so it comes to your mailbox every month, and it has something new in it each time, and it is a stamping kit as well. All you have to do, because it's all inclusive like all of our other kits, is add a pair of scissors, and that's it. I do, however, if you get into doing kits regularly, I do recommend the Take Your Pick tool. It's a lifesaver. So let's take a look at what we've got so far with this kit this month. So it came, the very first subscription box came with a clear block so that you can use it on all your photopolymer stamps from here on out. Let me just get some blocks. These are some of our other blocks, and you can see they have varying sizes, but this one works just as well. It's just, you can see it's a little narrower. So I like to use our ergonomic blocks, but these are the ones that come in all the kits, and you can't even glue two of them together. All right, and then we have your photopolymer stamp set, and you can see here all the different stamps. So hello friend, life is sweeter with you, you're the best, love you lots, thank you. And then we have our strawberry and our flowers. And then it came with an ink spot of garden green, and I'm going to be using my own regular pad today. Then we get our no fail instructions, and I love these instructions because they are no fail. It's really hard to fail with these. This kit happened to have 4 different designs, 2 of each design, plus the adorable envelopes that go with it. And then when you turn to this page, it shows you what ingredients are for each of the 4 cards. And then it shows you inside how to make each of those 4 cards. Super simple, right? Super simple and easy to follow directions. On the back, it shows you the ingredients that come in the kit, and it shows you the add-on, the extra that you can order from the store. If you are a subscriber, you can get these dies, which I left over there. So, but I did use them on one of the cards, so I'll show you that. Then we have the cards as designed. All right, as designed. Here's one of them. Isn't that cute? They're just so cute. And then this one, thank you, you're the best. This one, thank you. And this one, hello friend, love you lots. So super sweet, super fun. Then I did some alternates each week after I get the kit. When I first get the kit, I do the cards as designed, and then each week after that for Paper Pumpkin Playdate, I do alternates. This one, I used one of the card bases, added in my own card stock, and then used all the dies. These are all dies. This is the only stamping that I did. Okay, and that one, but the rest is all dies. All right, and this is one of the card bases. So hello, you're the best. Thank you. All right, and then last week I did 2 cards. And look at these cute envelopes. Isn't that adorable? I absolutely love them. So here I just used the stamps and then one of the card fronts. And I added a ribbon from my stash to make that little bow. I used Poppy Parade ink for the strawberries and then did the garden green here. Left the flowers white. And then just did all the stamps in kind of a stamp collage, something I like to do periodically when there is a nice combination of word stamps and images. I like doing this, or just words with maybe just a small one. And so we did that, and that was on the inside. And then I also did this one, and this one I took it up a notch. I used 2 embossing folders, the eyelet embossing folder and the garden embossing folder. And I used 2 banners from our banner dies collection, our party banner dies. And then on the inside as well. So those were 2 cards that I did. And this week, we're going to make a fun fold card. I have everything all together here. You can see what I have left over. I have my adhesives, and then I have little bits and strawberries. And so with a little bit of cardstock, I will be able to make a really nice little scrapbook page. And I'll make sure to post that on my Facebook page so that you can see how I did that, or what I did, not really how, because it won't be alive. All right, so here are all our ingredients. And let me show you a card I made just to see how this fold worked. It is called, is there a name for it? I don't have a name for it. So here is the card I made using different ingredients. Thinking of You. This is from the Florals of Bloom or Impressions of Bloom stamps. And then I used the paper from the Celebratory Sips. And then you have the back of the card like this. Now this, the XOXO and the Thinking of You were from the ephemera pack, the mix and match ephemera pack. So I like to use a combination of those things whenever I can. All right, so let's just see. All right, so here we go. And then this card will stand up like this. All right, whoops, like this. All right. So let's go ahead and turn this into this. Just a little bit different of a variation. So we're going to start off, I'm going to move this stuff all aside. We're going to start off with our piece of cardstock. So one of our card bases. It was scored here at 4 1/4. I just used my bone folder and pressed it out. All right, just a few times I pressed it out, and that helped get rid of that line. And then I added in my own, and so I scored it. So this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I scored it at 2 inches, 3 1/8 inch, 5 3/8 inch, and a 6 1/2 inch. All right, and then I'm going to fold it in like this and use our bone folder. All right, and then I'm going to fold it this way and use the bone folder, and burnishing it just helps. It just helps make it a cleaner, crisper fold. All right, so then this one again, I'm going to fold in like that. And then this one I'm going to fold out like that. All right, and so here you have the basis for your card. All right, just like that. And when you fold it, it's going to, oh, this one met in the middle. Mine didn't meet in the middle. I don't know how this one met in the middle. This one doesn't. This one overlaps like that. So I don't know what I did. I don't know, but that's okay. I like the fact that this one meets in the middle like that. All right, so there is that part of our card. Then I took the part that I had left over from one of the card fronts, and I'm going to glue that right here. I cut it a little too narrow, but I think it's still going to be just fine. And I kind of want more of the green to show. So we're going to take that, we're going to put a little bit of green glue on it, and then we're going to lay it down here like that. All right. And then I cut 2 of these to go right here. So this one should be cut at 5 3/8 by 1 7/8. And these should be 5 3/8 by 1 7/8 as well. All right. Whoop. Here we go. We're going to put this over here. Want to make sure our strawberries are right side up, and you want to make sure you have about the same distance around it so that it has this border. Same thing on this side. All right, so this is making a card from scratch essentially. You have the kits. You can make the cards as they are designed in the kit. You can just make all the cards as designed. I know a number of people loved these original cards so much that they just made the cards as is because they were so pretty. And that's totally fine. You don't have to do alternates. I do alternates for you. So if you don't want to do alternates, you don't have to. All right, so now we're going to take our little piece that came with the kit. Here we go. We want our cardboard. And we're going to stamp Hello Friend on it because that's just perfect for a card. So we're going to do that and pick it up with our block. And I think I'm going to actually do it in the poppy. No. I can't decide. You know what? I'm going to wait to stamp that because I can't decide until I have it all together if I want it in the Poppy Parade or in the Garden Green. So let's just go ahead and put our card together. All right. So this came in the kit and I'm going to go ahead and use it right here like this. But first we're going to build on it. All right. And we have here our little container that's going to be holding the strawberries, and this time I'm going to do it correctly because last time I did it wrong. We're going to lay this down so that you can actually see the strawberry. You want to see, I hid it on my first one. You're not supposed to hide it. So I'm going to do it correctly this time, and I'm going to make it so that it is visible in the bottom here. All right, so there, that is now visible like it would be at the grocery store when you were buying the strawberries, right? You would see them there. All right, and then we're going to add some other strawberries. So I'm going to add one here like that. All right, there we go. And then we'll add another one like this. All right, and then we're going to stick another one in there, just a little one, and I'm going to stick it kind of in front like that. All right, so now we have a full little tub of strawberries. Now this is not supposed to stick out, and since I do have it sticking out, I'm actually going to trim it off because I don't want that sticking out. I just want it showing on the bottom. All right. Then we're going to put this on dimensionals, and dimensionals are our little foam adhesive things. And we're going to do that. Some call them pop dots. We call them dimensionals because they make our thing have dimension. Oh, before I do that though, I wanted to, oh, hold on. Did I want this on here? Or did I just want this? I think I just want this. All right, hold on. Now I'm trying to remember what I planned. All right, and then we have, where's our hello friend? All right. Didn't really want to cover that. Now I can't remember. I should have done a sketch. Let's see. I think I had originally planned it like this and decided, no, I really needed that. We could still use this. We could still use that. All right, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and stick those on there like this. All right. And then I think we're going to go ahead and do the hello friend in the garden green. I think that'll look better than the poppy parade. So we'll do the hello friend. And it fits perfectly. You just have to center it. And it gives it a nice border around it like that. Nice big border. All right, and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of that as well. Let's see, where are we putting it? I really didn't want to cover those up. So maybe we'll just do it across here. All right, so if we're doing it across there, we just need one. I tried so hard to make sure that showed, and now I'm about to cover it up. Oh, well, that's just sometimes how it goes. All right. How funny is that, right? I worked so hard to make sure it shows. All right, and then we're going to stick a little flower over here and another one right here. And we need 3. I have another one here because I like odd numbers. And we're going to go ahead and do that one up here. All right, so we have our hello friend, and then we're going to glue it onto here. And what we want to make sure is don't have the glue where it shows through the vellum. You just want the glue here in the center where it is hidden. Come on, where it's hidden. Hi, Missy. You like the contoured sentiment pieces? Yeah, I think those are super fun. All right, here we go, like this. All right, so I'm going to pull this out, and I'm going to flatten this just so that I can make sure to get that there. All right, so I'm just pressing in the middle where I have the glue. All right, so there's our card. Isn't that cool? I love it. All right, so then on the back side, we're going to, on this one, oh, I was going to show you, I hadn't done it yet. Take this part of your bone folder and run it along the score line that's already there, and it will help get rid of the score line. I just recently learned that. I can't remember if it was from a team member. Did we learn that from a team member, Missy? Do you remember? I think we learned it from a team member. I just can't remember who now taught me that, but I thought it was pretty amazing. So it works on some things, not on everything, I've noticed. All right, we're going to put this here, And we're going to put this right next to it just to kind of cover up some of that white. All right, my glue is holding in there, holding strong. All right. We have a fun team meeting this weekend, or team gathering. It's not really a meeting. Team gathering where we're going to craft together for 3 hours. We're going to talk a little bit about Stampin' Up! Stuff and what's going on, but for the most part, we're just going to craft together for 3 hours. Does that sound like something that you would like to do? We do it once a quarter. We craft together for 3 hours, and the rest of the times we just have a quick gathering. We always do make and takes, which is super fun. Would you agree, Missy? I know you're not in the group right now, but I can tell them what you are saying over there in the other. I don't know. I'm pretty sure my team agrees with me that our team gatherings are the highlights of our month. Besides Card Club, which a lot of my team is in Card Club as well, because we just like to craft together. So if you like to craft with others, you might consider joining. You don't have to build a business if you don't want to, but if you want to build a business, I am happy to help you. And I have a lot of team members that are what we call hobbyists or discount shoppers, or just crafting for themselves, just supporting their own hobby, and just getting the discount, which is, you know, one of those things that I said that I started for. I liked the idea of the discount and the starter kit special that I had signed up under. My husband said, well, even if you don't do a business, look how much stuff you get for so little money. I mean, it's $99 to join. You get $125 worth of stuff. He was like, June, that's a no-brainer. And so my husband actually talked me into joining Stampin' Up! How many of you can say that, right? All right, so we're going to put glue, not all the way to the edges. We're going to put glue down here. And then, all right, then we're going to stick this over here like this. And glue it down. And we're only gluing, you can see we're only gluing half of it. All right, we're only gluing half of it. So here is the back of our card. Here is the front of our card, and here is what it looks like when you open it. All right, and it stands. It is mantle worthy. So when you send this to a friend, they will put it on their mantle or their refrigerator or their desk or their table or whatever. They're not going to just stuff it in a drawer because it's too cute. They're going to want to look at it for a while first before it goes into some sort of drawer. I love this. It came out so great. All right, I'm excited. So there's this one, and then there is this one. So different styles, different papers. You can see, you know, this one was the scalloped paper, and this was the large oval. All right, and then of course they both stand like that. How fun! Yay! All right, so you have a new fun fold, and you can see that you can use a variety of projects to make it, and it's not difficult at all. So thank you. Let's see. So Missy says definitely fun. What size are you putting on the back? Oh, this back here is the, let's see, 5 3/8 by 3 5/8 is the green, is the garden green, and then you just make your white about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch smaller than that. I don't have a measurement for that. And this normally would be the same size piece of this, but I didn't have enough of either to be able to do that. So I did the 2 strips instead. All right. And then Carol says, you love strawberries. This card is just beautiful. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate that. I'm glad you were able to hop on. It looks like a complicated card, but as you all saw me do, excuse me, it's not complicated at all. So thank you for joining me today. I will be back here live tomorrow morning, and I will See, maybe on Sunday, but it's my son's last Sunday before he leaves to go back to college. So at this point, I do plan on spending that day with him, helping him pack, do laundry, all the fun stuff, right? That moms get to help kids do before they go off to college. So thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.